Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video on this channel. In this video we are going to take a look at the Triggerbot and how it works. But first a disclaimer, I don't hack in public games and neither should you. I just created this hack for educational purposes only. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So what exactly is a Triggerbot? Well, to understand what a Triggerbot is, it's better to actually show you some gameplay of it. So let's take a look at it.
Let's go. Terrorists win.
A Triggerbot basically shoots for you if your crosshair is above an enemy. So with the Triggerbot you can achieve shots you wouldn't normally. Furthermore, a Triggerbot can also shoot if you're fully flashed or even through smokes depending on your implementation of it. So how does it work? Well, you have to differentiate between an internal or an external hack. We are just going to examine an external hack right now. So we have our computer. In our computer we have our random access memory, or short RAM. In our RAM lies the data of all our running programs, for example Spotify, Chrome or CSGO. You can now divide the CSGO process memory in DLL segments. We are interested in the client DLL because there resides the interesting data for us, like the player position, player health and so on. So now we just need to read from the right address in the client DLL of the CSGO process memory to know if we have an enemy in our side or not. That's the very basic explanation on how a Triggerbot works. Okay, now let's take a look at how I implemented it. First things first, the main method. We just create our bot and then we initialize it, and if the initialization was done correctly, we run our bot. And that's all for the main method. In the init method, we basically just load our config and our offsets, and then we attach our memory reader to the CSGO process. And after that, we just get the base address of the client DLL in the CSGO process. Okay, so now let's take a look at our bot run method. We just check if the bot is turned on. If the bot is turned on, we update our trigger logic. That's all for the run method. So let's take a look at our most important method in the Triggerbot, the update trigger logic. First, we get the address of our local player, the player we control. We get this by reading the process memory of the client DLL plus a local player offset. With that address, we can get the team we're in and our crosshair ID. The crosshair ID basically tells us which thing is in our crosshair. And with that, we not need to check if the thing that is in our crosshair is actually an enemy. So we get the enemy, the address of our enemy in the crosshair, and with that address we can get the enemy health and the enemy team. And now we just need to check if we're in the same team as the enemy or not, and if the enemy health is between 0 and 200 health. And if that's the case, we just trigger a shot, and we do that by simulating a left mouse button click. That's actually all for the update trigger logic method. But how do you get those offsets I talked about, like the local player offset, the team offset or the crosshair offset? Well, you could basically get it yourself by using a tool like Cheat Engine. Or you could do it like me and get it from the internet, from a GitHub like Haystumper, for example. This concludes this video. If you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you wanna see more, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next one.